Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and let's not even get into it, but today I am here because I tried out the new nude Huda palette. Isn't it so beautiful? Oh my god. It's unique that Huda came out with this new nude palette, because when you think of nude, you don't typically think of like pinks and purples and glitters. You literally think of like browns and just nudes, right? Look how gorgeous this palette is. Like, every shade in here is beautiful, and I think my favorite part of this palette is that the base, this shade called Concealed, it's basically a base for your eyes. Like, what? Like, that is genius. I love that idea. So, and me, I haven't found like a great primer that I love, so this is like perfect. It's very creamy, as you can see there. Another thing with this palette is that she has pressed glitters in it. So these are literally glitter, and I'll swatch it so you guys can see. Do you see that? It's literally glitter. This, I think you would need like a glitter adhesive to actually use it, but it's gorgeous. Like, she pressed glitter onto a palette, and it's so she has 8 matte shades in this palette. And then she also, aside from the 2 glitters, she also has these 4 foiled shades on the palette, and they're gorgeous. Like, they literally have like chunks, I don't want to say of glitter, but they're literally chunks of a different color. So I guess, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. And this is the one that we'll be using today. So this is the one that I used on my eyes today, and it's beautiful. It looks so weird at first because it has, I think this one had the most like chunks of other pigments in it, but it's so beautiful, as you can see. I think honestly this is the most beautiful palette that I own. It's so like, so elegant, it's so girly, it's so pink. Like, I just love it. And I typically don't tend to go for colorful palettes, but I thought this one was so well made and so well done, and the mirror on the actual palette, it's huge, it's gorgeous. If you guys want to see how I got this look using the new nude Huda palette, then please keep watching. So here's the beautiful palette, and I'm first going to start off by priming my lids with the color Concealed that's in the palette. That's the primer lid situation that I told you guys about, that I was in love with. So the first shade that I'm using is Teddy, and I'm putting this all across my crease as my transition shade, and I'm really working it in to blend it out for that perfect transition. The next shade that I'm going to take is the color Raw, and I'm putting that in my crease as well, and I'm working it in with Teddy so that it gives me a nice transition again. And the next shade that I'm taking is Love Bite, and I'm also going to work that into my crease, as you'll see next. that color is really pigmented, so you got to be a little careful with it. But I'm focusing in a little more because I wanted to kind of emphasize the outer parts of my lids, but I really want to work it in as well so that it doesn't look like just one blotch of purple on the side. Now I'm gonna go back in with Raw and I'm gonna focus it on the outer V of my eye. And at this point I didn't really know what to do with my eye. I didn't know if I just wanted to make it like a smoky or if I wanted to make it a halo, but I decided to do it as a halo. So you guys will see me trying to work it in all around the eye and not focus it on the middle of the lid. So going back in with Love Bite, here I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with Raw, just work it around to create that halo effect and not focus on the middle of the lid because we're gonna put a different color on the middle of the lid anyways. And then I took my blending brush so I could blend it in more because I don't want it to be such an obvious change in color or blotches in color. Next shade I'm using is the star of the show, which is Crave, and that's the shade that had the most pigments in it, and it's so beautiful. It's like pinky, but then it has like iridescence of green and purple, and it's just so nice. I tried to use a flat shader brush with it and it wasn't really picking up as much pigment as I wanted, but it did help me carve out my lid and give it that round effect around my eye. But you'll see in a second that I'm gonna use my fingers because my finger picked up most of the pigment and it helped it a lot. But I used the brush to just help me outline my eye and where I wanted it to stop and define it more. So I'm going to go back in with Raw again, and I'm going to focus it on the outer parts of my eye and also the inner part of my eye to bring back that color. But then I'm also going to go back into Love Bite and do the same thing. Focus it on the outer parts and the inner parts to bring in more of that deeper purpley shade into the eye. I can give you what you need. So the footage of me doing my under eye, blending in Raw and Love Bite got erased somehow, but basically that's all I did. And now I'm going in my brow bone and doing Bare and Crave at the same time to give it that highlight. And I'm also using Crave to highlight my inner corners. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.